Hi guys, so this is a different kind of video, but we are doing the birth story with Joy. Hi. So we kind of started, but we had to leave there because in Nigeria you have to pay to film content in most places.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be really creative, and as we're walking, this place is beautiful, by the way, guys.
Beautiful, natural and peaceful.
Very.
It's so peaceful.
And I feel like what other best place to just talk about this as we walk. So you guys get to see the conservation center, how beautiful it is.
And also, y'all get to hear my bad story.
Yay! So let's get started. Guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I'm speaking so fast. Go ahead and do it. Turn on your notification bell. Let me know where you're watching from. And also let me know what stands out to you in this video. And I'll leave Joy's Anders also down there. Please go ahead and support her as well. She's amazing.
So pretty much my second daughter will be 4 on the 13th of this month, and her pregnancy, that was in 2017, was after my first, which you know, there's a long story to that. If you guys go to my channel, you definitely see the entire story. I got pregnant with her when I didn't even have an idea that I could be pregnant, because medically my doctor was like, you have to go through certain hormonal treatments and stuff before you get pregnant. And when I got pregnant with her, it was really smooth, no morning sickness, nothing. I just had like mild cravings, nothing serious. It was a really peaceful pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester. But it was also very challenging because at the time financially we were on down. All right, I didn't get to start antenatal till the 6th month of that pregnancy. I was home for 6 months. It was that tough, and I feel like that's what makes her birth really special to me, because her pregnancy was really tough emotionally and financially, yet she came out beautifully, you guys. Around 8 months of her pregnancy, I was told her head was not descending properly, and as such, you know, I might need cesarean section. I told my doctor it is not possible. I am not having a cesarean section. I'm going to have this baby, you know, via vaginal birth. You guys, there's nothing wrong with a cesarean section, okay? I am not against it, but I just felt like I could do a vaginal birth with her. And also, because of the finances, Nigeria is so expensive when it comes to cesarean births. I just felt that was best. So 40 weeks down, I had no labor. Of course, with all my babies, I don't fall into labor. I have to be induced. So at 42 weeks, my doctor said, you know what, I'm not going to keep you any longer. You have to come in for induction, even though I feel like it's going to fail. My doctor genuinely believed that the induction was going to fail and I would need a C-section. So
but why? Because you had your baby, your first baby.
He just felt the head was not descending properly. It was not in position. I didn't go into labor, so inducing me might actually like cause stress for the baby. Also because my blood was like really low. I think my percentage was around 28. So he just felt this is all stress.
How many weeks did your first come?
40 weeks.
And your second was 40. And
42 weeks.
Oh, okay.
42 weeks, and you know, there was no labor, and he said, I can't let you pass next week.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay. He said, come in for induction. At the time, Victoria, I didn't even have a phone. So the day I left to be induced for my second baby, I left my husband and my first baby at home. He had no phone to reach me with. I can call him, but I don't have a phone to reach him with. So I just felt if I get to the hospital, I might use a nurse's phone or the doctor's phone to reach him. And I went to the hospital alone. There was nobody with me. There was no father, there was no mother, there was no friend, there was nobody.
How old was your first baby?
She was 2.
She was 2, okay.
So imagine going to the hospital alone. You're pregnant. The doctors are not sure if you're going to have a vaginal birth or if you're going to have a C-section, and you're just there alone with your God.
That's what.
So yeah, that's how I went to the hospital, and I got there and my doctor said, I've never been emotionally attached to any patient, but for some reason I'm emotionally attached to you. I don't know how you keep being strong. I don't know how you're doing this, but I hope everything works out right. And I'm like, okay, are you going to induce me now? This is like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, so we can get started. He said, no, I'm going to induce you by 12 midnight. So if it fails, you know, very early in the morning, we can take you in for a C-section. And I said, it's not going to fail. He looked at me and he said, you're a strong woman and I hope your faith carries you through. And I said, yes, it is definitely going to carry me through. And yeah, and that was it. So I stayed in the hospital alone. So at about 8 p.m. in the night, I had to take a nurse's phone and I said, let me call my husband. And I called him. He was expecting me to tell him, oh, maybe I'm in labor or have given birth. And I'm like, they've not even induced me. And he said, okay, you know what? Let me know how far. Can I call you through this nurse's phone? I said, yes. So Victoria, they induced me by 12 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And they said the drug was going to kick in 4 hours, but it kicked in 2 hours. So I started labor at 2 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. They called the gynecologist and they said, oh, this is what's happening. He said, okay, by 6:30, add another tablet to sort of like enhance the induction. I see that there's hope that it will work. And so yeah, they pretty much by 6:30 they added to it. And at that point, you guys, if you've ever been in labor, you will know that it is hell. There is no epidural, there's nothing. I am just there alone screaming to my God.
And you had no support. You don't have like a doula.
I had
Your
no
husband was not there.
There was nobody. And every time I got scared, I'm like, if I get scared and my blood pressure rises, what am I going to do? So I have to encourage myself and be like, don't get scared. Don't get scared. Just keep going. You're going to birth this baby. You're going to be fine. And 8 a.m. in the morning, the night shift changed to morning
Another
shift.
person came in.
And the person that was on morning shift was somebody that was like a mother. So the minute
So you know the person?
Yeah, because it's my hospital where I birthed my first baby. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
the minute she saw me, she's like, Joy, what's going on? And I said, this is what's going on. She's like, let me check you. And she checked and she's like, you're only 3 cm dilated. How can you be in active labor since 2 a.m. and this is 8 a.m. and you're only 3 cm?
Wow.
Just keep walking up and down. I'm like, I'm doing my best. She said, just keep working. And then she left me. So by 8:45, she said something pushed her to come upstairs because the labor room was upstairs and her office is downstairs. And then she came and she's like, how far? What's up? I'm like, nothing much. When I have a contraction, I feel like I want to poo. And she's like, that's all? I said, yes, that's all.
Wow.
And she's like, okay. Because I felt like if the baby wants to come out, I'm going to know because I've had one before and I knew exactly what it felt like. So I told her, I'm not sure the baby's coming, but I do feel something every time I have a contraction. So she said, okay, you know what? Let me check you. Maybe the head has like engaged properly and that's why you're feeling that. Because the last time I checked you, the baby was not engaged. You know, the head was still up. I'm like, okay, no problem. So the minute she wanted to check me, I had like very, very strong contraction. She said, just relax. When it relieves you, let me know. And then, you know, we'll take it from there. I said, fine. So when it relieves me, I told her, it's relieved me now. You can like check me. She was about to check me and something told her, put on your apron, your betting apron. And she put it on.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, she put on the apron and then boom. Just by wanting to check how dilated I was, my water broke.
Whoa, that's a good thing.
My water broke. I told her, I feel like pushing. She said, Joy, push. That's why I'm here. Push. We were alone. It was just myself and her. I pushed the first time and she said, you're wasting contraction. Do it again. I did it the second time. My baby came out weighing 3.8. She was big. She was healthy, which was the most important thing because my nutrition throughout her pregnancy was a mess because we really couldn't feed well and everything. So having a healthy baby was...
And healthy weight?
Yeah, she was 3.8 and I was wondering, where did she get this weight from? Because I wasn't eating right.
Wow.
All right, I could go like days without food because it was that tough. So to birth a baby at 3.8 with that condition was like, it was a big thing for me. It was a huge plus for me. Sorry guys, people were passing and we had to move. So yeah, she came out, she cried instantly. The placenta came out. It was just peaceful because we were just two. And she was somebody that believed I could do it.
And it's someone you had a relationship
with. I
so
feel like I was
her.
at peace with her. I didn't feel like she wasn't screaming at me. She wasn't telling me push. All that Nigerian stuff that they do. She was really calm and she was telling me, if you feel it, do it.
I love it.
I'm here. This is why I'm here. When the first contraction, I wasn't pushing right, and she's like, you're not pushing, your baby is the one pushing. If it comes again, you're not pushing. And I remember her when the second contraction came, and I was trying to push, and I'm like, okay, let me give up. She pulled me back. And it was that force of her pulling me that my baby came out.
Wow.
So I can tell that if you have a relationship with the person
I
taking
totally
your
believe
delivery, it makes it easier. It takes like 60% of the burden off you, because first off, you are at peace with the person. There's this relationship that you have with the person that is going to help you, because birthing is not just the baby coming out.
No.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
emotional.
emotion. If your emotions are in the right place, it is going to be easier for you to birth.
Wow, thank you for mentioning that. Wow, that's so real. And now when I see women not having relationship with their care provider, they don't even know them. Like, they see different people at different times.
Like this person is just coming to check you and it's like, open, let me check how dilated
It's
you
like,
are.
Why would you check me? I don't know
Why
you
you just,
get away?
that's all you want from me, and then you're shouting like, madam, don't shout. Nigeria, they will make you regret giving birth. Why are you shouting? When you were doing it, you were not shouting. Why are you shouting? Madam, don't shout.
Guys, can you believe someone would say that?
They
if you
actually
can
do.
relate to that, let us know in the comments. Share your experience in the comment. Let's make
actually
awareness
do.
of this,
They
so
actually
people can change.
They actually do. They're gonna scream at you like, why are you screaming? When you were doing it, you were not screaming. So why are you screaming now? All sorts of talk, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Joy, that was such an amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, if you can relate to this birth story, or if you want to share your own birth story, go ahead in the comment and leave that in the comment. And also, if you haven't subscribed and you've been blessed by this episode,
Please subscribe.
yes, I'll leave Joy's information down there, and we'll see you in the next birth story.
Bye.